Hey everybody, this is Dan Petrak, and this is my Chapter 8 reflection over the story. Chapter 8 is about a few good men and women, and there's a lot of repeated stories of God's people falling away from the teaching and being oppressed by their enemies, and then being rescued or saved by either a judge or a prophet that comes and brings them back. Primarily this brings it back spiritually, and then that comes to fruition as far as them having peace for a while. And then as soon as that person dies or they quickly forget, and then they're back to the same cycle. So this gets repeated over and over. There's a lot of violence and war and retaliation going on here, lots of oppression. I think a lot of this is very cultural that I don't totally get, but that's just the way the world was back then. But the one thing I came away with is how God uses a person, either Deborah or Gideon or Samson, and honestly all the Old Testament characters to help deliver His people and save them. I think we see this theme when we even go back to Adam. We had one who fell, and then all fell, and all people were cursed and fell away from that point forward. And now we're seeing this theme where God tries to bring His people back through a person. Ultimately, we'll see, Christ is the one who's going to redeem God's people. And we're seeing characteristics of those kind of people in the Old Testament here. But they're just kind of pointing to the ultimate person that will bring all back. So all will be saved through one as well. And I kind of personally identify probably more with Gideon. Not feeling really strong or capable, but it just shows again how God uses His strength and not our own to do His work. And the other thing is I really thought was really cool is that Deborah is like the one of the two prophetesses in the Old Testament, and I think, and we're going to see, I think in the future here, we're going to see how God even uses people outside of the Jewish nation to redeem them. And we're starting to see signs where, this isn't just about this one select people. This is a plan for all people. So, including you and me. So I think this is a really cool story. I'm starting to see, how maybe my life fits into it. And the idea that each one of us can help God's kingdom come and be a part of His plan is pretty awesome and powerful. And well, that was my reaction this week. So have a great week, and we'll see you next week.